Hi, my name is Brett Carter, and today we're going to be cooking an Irish stew with lamb. Irish stew traditionally was made with mutton because after the sheep had served its purpose, providing wool and milk for its lifetime, they would have to put it down, and the mutton would be made into a stew because the meat was often not very tender, and you'd have to cook it low and slow for a long time in order to be able to eat it. Today we have lamb. Mutton is very hard to find in the United States ever since World War II, but we're going to make it work for today's purposes. What you will need for this recipe are a few carrots, chopped, 1 large yellow onion, chopped, 3 potatoes, a couple rashers of bacon, 1 leg of lamb roast, salt, pepper, oregano, Spanish smoked paprika, garlic, beef broth, 1 bottle of Guinness, stout, maybe 2 if you want to drink one, and a slow cooker. We're using the slow cooker because it's easier than putting it in a traditional pot and trying to monitor that over the course of the cooking process. So let's just get started. This recipe is going to take around 7 hours to cook, so make sure you get on it early in the day. We're going to start by putting our vegetables into the crock pot here. That's the onion, the carrots, and a roughly 1 teaspoon of garlic. So we'll put that in there as a sort of bed for the lamb, and I'm also going to throw in the bacon at this point in time, and we'll give that a little bit of a rough stir, just so that all the ingredients get to know each other. Just give that a stir up. And again, these are going to be the bed on which we lay the lamb. Just like that, put it in. And then we're gonna get to our spices, but first I'm gonna wash my hands real fast. All right, and then on top of the lamb, we're gonna put a large pinch, roughly a teaspoon, of oregano leaves, dried. Fresh is fine, but I have dried today. Same thing for the smoked paprika, about a teaspoon. You can sort of eyeball it. It's not, it won't make too much of a difference. And then we'll put in around a tablespoon of salt. This is a lot of meat, so make sure you season it properly, as we're not going to try and open this until it is done cooking. And then as for pepper, we'll go about 10 cracks. And then in with the Guinness. And the beef broth. The potatoes will go in about 5 hours into the cook time because we don't want those to be too terribly tender and dissolved, and they take less time to cook overall. All right. And then with the magic of motion pictures, we will come back to you in 5 hours to see what it looks like. All right, now that some time has passed, we're gonna add the potatoes in now. Do note that different sizes of lamb roast will cook at different speeds, so don't be afraid to wait a little longer if your roast is a little bit bigger than the one you see here. But we're just gonna add the potatoes. After the potatoes have cooked for a couple more hours, you're going to want to remove the meat and shred it before returning it to the crock pot. When you're done pulling the meat, simply add it back into the stew, like so. Give the entire stew one final stir. that's about ready to go. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and if you want to make this at home, it's fairly easy. Just follow the steps. Thanks for watching.